I welcome you all. Before I begin my speech, I would like to respect and thank my subscribers and viewers. Today, I would like to talk with you. The terms of movements are commonly used in basic of anatomy. Let's see what are the terms we are used. The term flexion. See the picture. The flexion is bending the angle between body parts. Example, flexing the elbow joint and flexing the knee joint. Next one is extension. Extension means straightening the angle between body parts. Example, extending the knee joint and extending the elbow joint. If you see the picture very clearly, you will understand very well. So please watch this picture. Next term is abduction. Abduction indicates moving away from the midline of the body. Example, abducting the upper limb or upper extremities. And adduction. Adduction means moving towards the midline of the body. Example, adducting the lower limb or lower extremities. Next one is circumduction. Circumduction means circular movement combining flexion, extension, abduction and adduction. Example, hip joint and shoulder joint. These joints are freely movable in circumduction movement. Next one is rotation. Rotation means moving around the long axis. In this type of movement is depending upon the long axis of joints. Next movement is pronation and supination. Pronation means turning the palm of the hand down. Example, when a person pats a child on the head. Next topic is supination. Supination means turning the palm of the hand up. Next, we are going to take eversion. Eversion means moving the sole of the foot away from the midline. Example, when your sole away from midline. Another term is inversion. Inversion means moving the sole of the foot towards the midline. Example, when your sole near to the midline. Next we are going to see important ones. In most cross anatomy course, the body is examined regionally because dissections are best performed in this way. It is more helpful to describe the parts and organs of the body by systems. In our body, we have 11 systems. They are integumentary system, muscular system, skeletal system, circulatory system, digestive system, excretory system, lymphatic or immune system, nervous system, reproductive system, respiratory system and endocrine system. Let me discuss this topic further videos. Now we are going to move important topic, the skeletal system. The skeletal system is composed of certain cartilages and bones. Let's see what is skeletal system and its structure. Bones. The study of bones is called as osteology. What is bone? Bone, a rigid form of connective tissue, forms most of the skeleton and it is the chief supporting tissue of the body. Bones have certain classification. There are long bones, short bones, flat bones, irregular bones and sesamoid bones. Long bones have two ends and one body like humerus. Short bones is cuboidal in shape. It's only in foot and wrist. Next one is flat bones. Flat bones means they consist of two plate compact bones. Example, flat bones of the skull. Next one is irregular bones. Irregular bones have various shapes. Example, the facial bones and the vertebrae. The bodies of vertebrae have some features of long bones. Next one is sesamoid bones. Sesamoid bones are round or oval nodules that develop in certain tendons. Example, patella or kneecap. Dear viewers, heartily welcome to update your comments in comment box. I will try to guide you. Don't forget to subscribe this channel. Thanks for watching.